Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals for the week, and these are going to be items that are either on sale, tools that even at their full price or list price I believe would be good deals, or tools I find interesting would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. Keep in mind all of these items that we go over today will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link, and then I'll have two additional links down in the description that say tools and tools continued. Those are going to be two links that take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So that's all there for you guys if you guys are interested. First up, we're looking at the Temco hammer lug crimper tool. And this is one that I've had since 2018. So quite a few years now. And I do a decent amount of wiring. And anytime I'm running larger cables, I use this about 80% of the time when crimping my lugs. The other times I'm using what we're going to go over next, because most of the time this is great as long as you have access to build your cables and stuff outside of where you're working. Like if I'm in a vehicle, if the cable's already ran, I can't necessarily just set this in a vehicle or whatever I'm working on and hammer on it. Doesn't work that great. But I usually do, like I said, 80-90% of the time, build my kits or whatever you want to call it, the entire circuit outside of the vehicle, and then I install everything. So this is fantastic. It's a lot better than trying to put a 0 gauge or a 1/0 cable and lug into a vise and try and crimp it that way, or with a large pair of pliers or lineman pliers or locking pliers. There's a lot of different ways people attempt to crimp, and sometimes you can be successful, but lugs aren't something that a lot of people carry a lot of on hand. And if you're buying them from the auto parts store, they're not exactly cheap. You can find really good affordable sets on Amazon and other websites. But this is just a great crimper for those larger lugs. And this works from, as you can see here, 8 gauge all the way down to 4/0. This is the exact one that I have. There are a couple knockoffs, but even the knockoffs, which I believe may be the exact same, it's not like you're really saving any money with those. This is at just under $17 with 4.8 stars at 5,914 reviews. So quite a bit of reviews and rated quite highly. And basically you're just taking your lug, you're placing it, it's spring loaded. You lift up the little mechanism here on the back, or the little handle. It slides this punch upwards. There you can see. So basically you place your lug in here, you slide your cable in, you hold your cable and lug with kind of one hand, and then you're striking the top of this tool with your hammer, and it creates a nice pin punch crimp on the end of the lug. There you can see kind of a star shape that's on the bottom. And like you can see there, you can mount this permanently to a location. I don't, just because I'm constantly working in different areas. Just a great little tool to have around for a great price if you do any sort of larger crimping or plan to do any sort of larger crimping. Next up is the other one that I suggest. Now you can go, even like Harbor Freight has a hydraulic handheld crimper. I want to say that runs around $60. You can get them a little bit cheaper on Amazon. I don't have experience with those though. I have experience with the hammer crimper that we just went over, and this lug crimping set of pliers. Basically they're larger cable crimpers, and here you can see what they work for, the different size lugs, 8 to 1/0, and this has 4.6 stars at 7,060 ratings at $25.66. So rated highly, rated a lot, and still priced really well. Now there are, just like the other one, tons of these same exact ones sold by I don't know how many different brands, and sometimes you can get kits. You can get these with cable cutters with them, and lugs, and heat shrink, and they're all quite affordable. This one had the most reviews, and this is actually the one that I have. But like I said, you can get this exact same set with additional accessories for just a couple dollars more. So if you're interested in this, just do some shopping around. They're all made exactly the same. You basically have these dies up front that you push in, spring-loaded little buttons. You push in and you're able to turn these dies, and they say the gauge that they're for. And adjusting those will adjust the crimp size, so you can get a good crimp on multiple different size lugs. There you can see it a little bit better down here. Height is 15 3/4 inches. Weight is 3.28 pounds. Like I said, with this kit, it doesn't come with the cable cutters, but you can get them the same set of pliers or crimpers with that. And these are fantastic. Like I said, I use the hammer crimper when I'm able to build basically my cables and everything outside of whatever I'm working on. But if I'm in a confined space or anything like that, or don't have a good location to use my hammer crimper, this is my next go-to. You get a good solid crimp on it. It basically crimps on 4 sides. So it works really well, especially for $25, still quite affordable. Like here they have a hydraulic one with cutters and lugs and all of that for $40 from Vevor. This one comes with actual 8-gauge cables. Now, it's probably not, this is copper clad aluminum, so it's coated instead of full copper or oxygen free copper, which is going to be a little bit higher end cables. But for $61, you're getting the crimper, the cutter, cable, 25 feet of red and black or positive and negative, a bunch of different options as far as 8-gauge lugs with different diameter holes on it, and then you also get heat shrink. That's not a bad deal. Here you can get just heat shrink, lugs, the cutter, crimper, and a carrying case. Mine did come in a carrying case with the cutter, $39. Here you can see all of these all around the $30 price range, and I've been very pleased with it. I haven't had any issues with it or needing to warranty it or anything like that. So that is the second option that I suggest. Next up is a product made in Japan. This is the Lobster adjustable wrench. Very, very popular brand for adjustable wrenches, good quality. Everything I've ever owned from Japan has always been high quality, really good finish, really good quality control. And this one is called the Lobster. This is the UM24XD. They do come in various different sizes, and the 24 is going to be the maximum opening width of the jaws. Here you can see it is from 6 to 24 millimeter. You can get other ones. They have stubbies and they have ultra thins. This has 4.8 stars at 73 ratings at just under $26, down from a list price of basically $30. And here are just some of the other ones. Like this one's actually larger at $23.58. This one is at just under $26, $25 for 6 to 24 millimeter. This one is good to 30 millimeters, so a little bit larger set. There you can see made in Japan. If you can read that, that's kind of hard to see right there. From 8 to 30 millimeter, and this one is at $23.58. 4.8 stars at 30 ratings on this one. Just a lot of people that have been really pleased with these. These just aren't as well known because they're from Japan, but they are really good quality if you're looking for a quality adjustable wrench. Next up, we were looking at the Dewalt 20 volt max XR oscillating tool. This is the 3-speed. This is the DCS 356 Charlie 1. And the Charlie 1 is basically just saying that it's coming with a charger and 1 battery. Now, this is at $118, down from a list price of $219. It never sells at that $219. It does have 4.8 stars at 8,813 ratings, so rated quite highly and rated a lot. I just picked this tool up, which I should have bought many years ago. I used my father's a few times, and as soon as I did use it, I knew it was a tool that I wanted. And I don't know how long I went without it, and I should have bought it a long time ago. I was recently doing a bumper install on my Colorado, and I had to trim away a lot of the plastic, and my 3-inch cutoff tool and my rotary tool weren't at the right angle or size in order to get in there. This made extremely easy work of it. This is great for, molding work, a lot of carpentry stuff, and even in the automotive field. I mean, this is an extremely handy tool to have. I bought mine at Lowe's for $152, and it was just the tool. But the reason I bought it at that price was because it was their BOGO deal going on, where they had a deal going on where I get 2 of the Power Stack batteries for free with the purchase. So technically the price of the tool was bumped up because it's the exact same model. It's the DCS 356, but I just got mine as the bare tool for $150. The batteries are technically, for the 2 that I got, priced at like $179. Normally both of those can be sold at a cheaper price. Like it's probably $100 for the bare tool and probably $120 or so on sale for the batteries. But a lot of the times they got those BOGO deals going on. I've wanted to try out the Power Stack batteries for the last 3 years and just haven't necessarily had the means or needs to get them, really, and this gave me the opportunity to go ahead and do that. But I think at $118 for just a standard battery, not the power stack, this kit altogether, it probably sells around Christmas time for $100, but this $118 I think is a really good deal. When I actually added it to my list, it was $139, so it's actually down a little bit. So you will see these fluctuate quite a bit. So if you're watching my video, I try and get this posted within a couple hours of me recording it. And if the price has gone up, just give it some time. Most likely it'll come back down. And sometimes you even catch it where it's lower than what I've actually recorded it at. So I think this is a great tool. If you're okay with the small battery, maybe you already have larger batteries available. These batteries are okay. It's kind of basically a freebie thrown in here, but I like the 3 different speeds, quick change for the blade, the LED light. Just a great little tool, handy for multiple different things. And once again, if you want more details on these tools, the links are down below, easily accessible, so you guys can get to exactly what we're looking at today. And then there's those 2 additional links for the long list of tools that I've went over in the past. Earlier, this is what I was talking about. These are the ones that my crimpers would not necessarily work for all that great, because these lugs are extremely thick, probably 2 times the thickness, and they're extremely hard. So with this, a hydraulic crimper I think is best. But if you're not working with stuff quite this thick and just the standard lugs that we were looking at earlier, you're going to be fine with those 2 that I suggested. So please let me know your guys' thoughts on these items down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.